fantasy with a touch of romance and lots of adventure. That's the genre of books written by a local author. And joining me this morning is Sparta-based author D.L. Boyles. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So nice to have people in the studio and a fellow book lover, obviously. Tell me a little bit about your writing journey here.
Well, initially I started off, I wanted to write for years and years, and I was like, I don't think I can do it. Now's not the right time. I had lots of kids and too busy doing that. But then my grandma got sick, and I said, oh, I need to do this now because I want her to know that I did it. I said I was going to do it, and I'm going to do it while she's still alive. So I did, and I reached out to one of my authors that I really, really liked, and she gave me a lot of pointers and just guided me along this path. And so I got onto Kindle Unlimited, or onto Kindle one day, and I was like, oh yeah, there are a lot of authors who just publish things randomly on their own when they don't have any big publishers behind them. They just do what they do. And so I just started writing and called my grandma. I'm like, I'm going to do this. And she's like, oh, I'll be that. She said I'd be so tickled to see you do that. So I did it, and I got onto Amazon with my book. And I sent her my first copy, and she was excited. So
yeah, that is so cool. So how many books do you have now published, and do you have any coming out anytime soon?
I have 4 currently published. The first 3 are part of a trilogy, so the whole trilogy is completely done. And then the 4th book is the first one in the next trilogy. And the second book for that is with the editor right now. And so once I get that back from her, it'll be available as well on Amazon.
Very exciting. And being, a local Sparta-based author, we don't have, it's a tight-knit community. So
right.
What does it mean to you to be doing something kind of out of the ordinary here?
I feel like it's kind of an honor, really, to be able to say I'm from Sparta, which is kind of a little itty-bitty place on the map, and that I'm bringing things from Sparta to other people across the world. I've got people from Germany and Canada reading my books, and like, hey, this is just some little lady from Sparta. What were the odds?
Very cool. And how can people continue to follow along your journey?
They can go to my website. I have all kinds of pictures on there. I have my new books and status updates as to what I'm doing. Little snippets in life. They can find lots of pictures of my cat-dog duo. And little odd snippets of just, what's happening in my world with writing, and the fun thoughts that are in my head, or maybe the frightening thoughts, I don't know, that are in my brain. And I actually ask for feedback too on there. And my book that I'm currently in the process of writing, I asked a lot of people for feedback on what they would name the character if they were to do it. And they gave me tons and tons of names. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to use every single one of those names. And so I did. I used every one of them somewhere in a character in my book. So
I love that, incorporating your readers into the whole world that you're building.
Right, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't get to have fun as much as we do.
Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Yeah, thank you.